Сегодня у нас день с семьями. Вот красная Subaru за нами. Is it Subaru? Yeah, I think. Nice.
How to say Subaru?
Calum.
How to say?
Hi.
So, Dennis?
Yes.
Oh, and you have name tags. Makes it easier. Jan, good to meet you. I'm Shэрon.
Dennis.
Dennis?
Calum.
Calum.
It's lovely to meet you. I'm going to just run up and get my name tag so it's easier for everyone. Is that okay?
That's wonderful.
Cool.
Washington,
So,
Washington, D.C.
Yeah, first of all, we will be right here. After this, 1 week or two.
1 week.
In Washington, D.C.
Okay. Because the website said something about going
Seattle.
to Seattle, Washington.
Yeah,
it was changed. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are 3 groups from Europe. The other ones are in Nevada and in Arizona, and we have to meet in Washington. So they arranged it they changed the location.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Is it first time in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Yes. I never been aboard.
And you're from Slovakia.
Yeah.
And you study in Bratislava? Is
Yes.
that where you're from?
No. I'm from Trnava. It's like 50 kilometers from Bratislava. It's a smaller town. But I study in Bratislava and I live now in Bratislava.
And you are in a university,
Vitebsk.
Vitebsk. Okay.
Yeah.
And is that where you're from or no?
Novopolotsk. It's near old city Polotsk in Belarus. It's north of our country. Well, but no, I'm studying different city in Vitebsk.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, I have never been to either country, but I think I passed through Bratislava once.
Yeah.
Because many, many years ago, when I was a little older than you are now, to Vienna. And I think we made a nighttime stop in Bratislava.
Yeah. There is still today there is a train that.
And at that point, it was Czechoslovakia. The two countries were
Now we are separated.
Separated, yeah.
And just a few years ago, I went to the Czech Republic in 2018 to Prague, and then took the train up to Germany.
So Czech Republic is very similar to Slovakia, so you have a taste of my country.
Yeah, it's really interesting what you have been in a lot of countries, so in Europe, because as I know, Americans people prefer traveling inside country. So, and you just all Europe. It's fantastic.
Well, when I was 21, when I finished my undergraduate degree, so I was about your age, I picked up myself, and along with a group sponsored by the U.S. government, I went to live in South America for 2 years. And that was the beginning of my love for travel. I worked in Colombia.
Oh, wow.
So I can tell you more about that. You're interested later.
Okay.
Let's get in the car and go home.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having us, by the way.
You are welcome. It's my pleasure. I love to meet people from all over the world. Oh, so I'm getting in the car slowly. Okay, Callum, so is this your first trip to the U.S.?
So I've been once before.
Where were you?
In 2019. So I've been in the Scouts since the World Scout Jamboree.
Although I am not a farmer.
Just back home.
Oh, back home?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
So I'm from really rural Ireland. I'm from Limerick. It's down the southwest of Ireland. And I live about...
So I like cities, but I'm a country person at heart. I like to go to the cities for museums and music and shops and cafes and, all the things that are abundant in cities. But for my home, I like the countryside. I listen to the frogs.
And are you from Michigan?
I was born in Michigan. I lived my first 21 years. I went to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor as an undergraduate. And then I wandered around the world for about 20 years. Lived in South America and then came back to the U.S. I lived in Boston, and Chicago, and upstate New York. Not New York City, but sort of the northern part of New York, near the city of Syracuse. And then I came back to Michigan 30 years ago. I was a professor at Michigan State. So I'm a retired professor.
And what was your discipline?
Mathematics and mathematics education.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, my two best friends.
But Dennis, I
Yeah.
said you were
Computer science. Yeah.
He's the
So
smart,
you're
So-
the odd man out.
he's the smart man out of all of us.
Well, I've invited my sister, who's coming for lunch. And my mother was one of 8 children, and my father was one of 4. So I have many cousins, dozens of cousins.
Нас отправили туда втроем, и мы должны были провести день в этом прекрасном большом доме.
The family who built this had a father who had one arm. He was called One Arm Joe. He lost his arm in a farm accident. Even in the early 1900s, farming was a dangerous industry. That's why you folks live in the city, right?
City boys.
It hurts. I'm going to wait till somebody comes with a healthy back.
No, of course.
Yeah, we can.
Sure. So here, we just put it here? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. And my neighbor across the street is from our part of the world also. Some Russian, some think Ukrainian or whatever mixed. Anyway, can I get you something to drink?
Sure. Yeah, please.
I can
Just something.
I can give you some water. I can give you some ginger ale with no sugar that I have. I could make you some coffee or tea.
I would like a coffee if it's possible.
Okay. So tell me about your program here. There are 20 of you, 17 countries, and you're here to study U.S. institutions, civic engagement.
Yeah.
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 So do you have a project you need to do, or how's that?
Yeah. So we have lectures about.
And do you want to sit?
I bring a shadow.
Her. And
Is there anything we can do to help?
Yeah.
My mom would be so proud.
Guacamole.
I need some cheese. We have a Mexican style salsa.
Don't have seat, guys.
She's taking
Amazing.
Yeah.
pictures.
Okay, cool.
You can do whichever one you want. Why don't you put the bag here? Let's see. Probably got some dust on it, but I think the little instructors.
Move it this way a bit, since I think, or we could go crazy and not have to be in the street.
Or we could go crazy.
I mean,
So wild.
Игра называется крокет. Я немного заснял, конечно, только, но кому интересно, можете погуглить.
Я не знаю, почему у нас в странах не практикуют это. Это очень интересно.
Does it look really sweet?
I don't know.
But the drinks are here.
they're back there.
The
It's
Christmas
like Mardi
finish
Gras,
in
isn't it, with the
Mexico.
cake?
Yes,
The thing in the
Mexico
cake.
finish Christmas in February 2nd.
Wow.
Well,
We have
February
the-
2nd, okay.
Yes, sometimes you go and they have the Christmas tree on February 2nd.
Sharon keeps hers up till Three Kings Day. Some people take theirs down Christmas Day, put it up Thanksgiving here, and take it down the day after Christmas here. They get sick of it. I don't know. I take mine down usually a week or
Not
two.
tradition I grew up with.
I know.
I'm more like the Mexicans.
Yeah, I celebrate
February
Thanksgiving.
2nd is a bit much, but
A lot of people here start Christmas on Thanksgiving, but I celebrate Thanksgiving. I put little turkeys and pilgrims and stuff like that around the house. Little pumpkins, keep them up. But people are different here. People get sick.
the pilgrims are becoming politically incorrect.
True. But you can still have little pumpkins.
You can have a
and-
Native American celebration.
Yeah,
Yes.
yep.
Yes.
True. You know,
We have to be careful.
Yeah.
you gotta be so PC here.
But it sounds like it's great
Do you
fun
need
in
a
Mexico
cushion?
over the
No,
over the
I
New Year's and Christmas break.
I can stand because I'm sitting all days.
Okay, I need to sit. I know she has a lot of cushions in there.
Life
Anybody need?
interest of the student more than a kind of broad topic like civic engagement.
So
But
they're
anyway,
older.
they're older, and I'm getting matched with the woman. I just got my information yesterday. She's from Burundi. And I had to look up where in Africa
I
Burundi
was going
was.
to say it's got to be in Africa.
It's a neighbor of Rwanda,
Okay.
and it's actually the smallest country on the African continent.
How exciting!
Teeny tiny. Neighbor, Rwanda's to the north, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is not very democratic, is on the west. And I think, I'm trying to remember who's on the east. It's landlocked. It's either Tanzania or Kenya. I think it's Tanzania.
Is she living with you?
No.
Where is she living at?
Someplace on campus.
Oh,
And so
exciting!
I'm sort of a host. I've agreed to meet with her at least once a month.
Amazing.
You know,
And
that
be
probably
kind of a social companion
that probably would be good for me to do.
to this woman. Her name is Florentine.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found interesting, it said Burundi is like 90% Catholic. I don't think of African nations as being predominantly Catholic.
I didn't think of them as being Muslim countries either.
Well, if you think of the Middle East and how
Yeah.
that's part of Africa, really. There's some of Egypt and Jordan. Anyway, should be
What
interesting.
fun!
Yeah, that'd be great.
It sounds like friendship family, though. You do something with her or whatever.
Yeah, but they're
You
not
don't pay.
students.
Yeah.
They're not students
Well, that's
full-time,
probably
but they get
better.
a certificate, and they have to do some kind of program. She's interested in legal issues and women's rights
Okay.
and children's rights in Burundi.
I bet she'd like to meet Alyssa.
Which Alyssa?
Alyssa Morley, my friend.
Oh, your friend Alyssa. Yeah, that would be good.
Spin like that,
This got that magic fingers.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
I don't think there's anything that you can't find in Europe.
Вот такая еда. Митболы.
For biomechanical engineering. So we have two projects right now going on. One is the movement of the tentacle, because they're trying to make prosthetics more flexible and more haptic feedback, because it does the entire arm has a
Polish heritage. And his wife is my oldest friend. I've known her since I was 4 years old. So and every year he makes a Christmas card. He takes his icons and makes a Christmas card.
Because it's very popular also in my church where I go. In Slovakia there are a lot of painters. There is a group of painters who every year also paint these icons.
They run and they do like a market every couple of weeks, and they go around the classrooms and sell it to people and teach.
Разметочка. Будем играть в бадминтон. Вернерс — это известная марка местного имбирного эля, но на самом деле это обычная газировка. Наступал вечер, нам уже надо было собираться ехать обратно на территорию кампуса. Местные пенсионеры на самом деле значительно отличаются от наших пенсионеров, они какие-то более активные такие, путешествуют и, ну, в общем, мне понравилось, что-то такая нотка американской культуры вот прочувствовалась. Хотя что-то есть и общее.
Great. We were in Lansing the other day, and the last part of the program was to visit the old town of Lansing, and so we expected that we would see some old buildings, old churches from very old times.
Like, right, yeah. No.
And our supervisors just told us that there are some restaurants and basically that's all. That there are not any monuments or things, yeah. Because in Europe, Old Town is
Old Town.
always Old Town,
Old Town, yeah.
From the 16th or 15th century. In my hometown, the main square is from the 15th century, and it's considered quite new, even. So yeah.
Yeah, there are many new towns in Europe that are much older than the oldest towns in the U.S. I love old buildings, whether they're old cathedrals, monasteries, castles. But I do have favorite places, like I will go to London or to Amsterdam, you know, give me a ticket for next weekend. I'm doing something about Ireland.
Good.
Fall.
I definitely do. You have my email, so I'll email you on my phone number too. So when you're coming up to when you're coming and you're planning, just let me know.
If you decide to come to Slovakia, I'm also at your disposal.
Thank you, Jan. That's lovely.
Same, but so right now in Belarus it's dangerous.
I'm staying away from Ukraine, Belarus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Syria is not on my list at the moment. You know,
It's a good choice to stay
yeah,
safe.
interesting
Safety.
parts of the world. But you know, there are times when so many innocent people get caught in the crossfire. If you got a choice, unless you're trained as a firefighter or something, you want to stay away from the fire.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. My pleasure.
Can you open door?
I don't know what the secret is. I think you have to open it from the outside.
No. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Me too. May you all find much happiness wherever you end up.
Same to you. I look forward to chatting again soon.
Yeah, well, maybe see you in Ireland, and who knows where next we meet.
There you go.
Stay in touch. Bye-bye.
Chat again soon. Take care.
Nice guys.